Good evening. I'm trying to be creepy, but that probably worked in the wrong way. This is Darkstalkers 3 on PS1. I'm actually hiding in the option mode because I didn't want to sit in the main menu and then have it kick in a demo and do some loading on me. This is the default options because I don't bother with a memory card, digging up a PS1 memory card. I'm playing this on a PS2. So these are the default options. I have to... Oh, that's loud on my headphones. I have to go... Well, you dig these. I have to turn the volume down a sec. All right, let's see how my ears can take that. It's just on my headphones. I didn't adjust what you're hearing. So good stream so far. I have to set up my buttons. I love the button mapping in this because you just hit the button you want the function to be on. Super easy to do. And well, then you hit start. All right. I do wish I could unmap these, like button to default. Oh well. Okay. And we're done there. And original character, this is what I would need a memory card for because you can sort of grind through with the character just a bunch. You just grind through a bunch of matches basically, and you kind of raise stats. You can raise like your health and I think how much damage you do, and I don't know. It's kind of weird. You can name your character. You can change their colors. I mean, it's kind of cool if you're into that thing. I'm being lazy and I just want to fight. I forget if you unlock stuff in collection. Anyway, I'm just doing arcade mode. As you probably noticed from the title of the video, I'm doing arcade mode with Morrigan. Morrigan is actually taken from, well, it's some kind of British Isles folklore thing. Morrigan is an old fairy, but I think Capcom got whatever she is. I forget if Morrigan's story here is that she's Irish or Scottish or something, but they got it backwards from whatever the actual origin is. Like if they said she's Scottish, then it's actually Irish or vice versa. But I don't remember what it is, so I just remember they got it backwards. So, okay, there are 8 colors per character in this game. You get 6 of them by hitting one of the attack buttons to select the character. You get the 7th by hitting all 3 punch buttons together, and the 8th by hitting all 3 kick buttons together. If I wanted her default color, I think I would hit just light punch. In Darkstalkers 1, which is on PS1, she only had 2 colors. The characters only had 2 colors. She had these colors you're seeing here, and then her alternate color was her with blonde hair, and I think I don't remember what color her clothes were, but so that would blonde would probably be on light kick maybe, but I want to go for some kind of wacky color, so I'm going to try all 3 kicks, and if this doesn't work out, then I'll have to restart, because you can't tell what it is beforehand. So here goes, all 3 kicks, and you have to be fairly precise on your button press here. You can't kind of accidentally hit 2 of the buttons slightly earlier than the 3rd button or something like that. So, but if I get it wrong, I probably won't be able to tell, because I don't remember what all the colors are. And I think I want turbo. Auto is auto blocking, I believe. And these are the Dark Forces modes. One is like, this first one is like the original Darkstalkers 3 or Vampire Savior in the arcade. I think activating Dark Forces only takes 1 power charge and some other stuff. In this one, it's more like the 2 follow-ups to Vampire Savior that came out, I think, only in Japan in the arcades. And those were kind of a balance adjustment for Darkstalkers. Oh my gosh, look at the color I came up with. Wow, it looks like I broke her color palette, but I that's kind of cool. it takes 2 in those later Darkstalkers or Vampire Savior games, which became Darkstalkers 3 in the States, kind of. Actually, Darkstalkers 3 was only used as the name of this console version. In Japan, I think in the States, in Japan it was called Vampire Savior EX Edition, I think. Anyhow, 2 power charges are required under Dark Forces power mode to activate Dark Forces, I think, and it operates a little different. I don't know. I just stick with this one because I like the cheaper Dark Forces mode. I don't care if it's overpowered. I like it. Okay, so I'm taking my crazy bleached out Morrigan. Oh my gosh. So we'll see how this goes. Now, I'm playing this. The only other playthrough I've done so far is Lilith, who is like a sort of half clone of Morrigan. It's like she's like grown from her spirit. I don't remember what the story is, but I did her playthrough, and in her playthrough, Lilith, Morrigan is supposedly a succubus. That's what she's called. And, where was I going with that succubus talk? Lilith is, kind of a half succubus. I don't know. Anyway, some kind of succubus as well. And, Lilith does not end up fighting the regular boss of the game. In fact, should I spoil it for you? I kind of have to talk about it all. In fact, she fights... Wait a second, does she fight Morrigan? I think she fights Morrigan in the end. Or is it like an evil Anyway, yeah, it's something... She doesn't fight the boss, she just fights Morrigan, I think is how it went. Which I liked, because I hate fighting bosses in fighting games, usually, because usually they're just big, cheap jerkholes. I shouldn't say that, that sounds bad. I mean, like a bad word. But as Lilith, you fight Morrigan, so I'm sort of hoping with Morrigan you fight Lilith, but I'm pretty sure I've played Morrigan in Darkstalkers 3, or at least Vampire Savior 3 before, and you do have to fight the boss. But I guess we'll find out. Now, Morrigan is sort of a simple character if you're used to Street Fighter, because she's just got fireballs and uppercuts like Ryu and Ken. She does have some more complicated... She's got some command throws, actually, or at least one command throw on her. It's like half circle back plus punch. Oh, by the way, there's no pause screen move lists or anything in this game. I looked up her moves on a FAQ before I started. But like, I'm not going to try to do her command throw. One thing I was reading about the command throw is that it doesn't have a whiff animation, so if you miss, you can't even tell that anything happened, and it's that kind of thing would horribly confuse me. Now you notice I've built up in the lower left there, my power meter is at 4 charges. So I can do 4, for instance, I can, wait a second, how do you activate Dark Forces? I think I hit all 3 punch, no, oh no, that's right, you hit matching power, punch, and kick buttons. And actually, I think the buttons you hit, it changes something. It's like how long it lasts versus how powerful it is or something. I should have noted that down for myself. No, I don't remember. Yeah, it's something like light, medium, heavy. Changing those power settings when you activate Dark Forces, it adds like light is a second longer or shorter than medium, which is a second longer or shorter than heavy. I forget which way it goes. I think that's what happens. And then the trade-off is some effect is more power. I don't remember. I barely remembered how to activate it, so, Oh, now he used an EX move on me. You can do a powered version of the moves by hitting 2 buttons instead of 1 when doing them. So, for instance, her fireball is a quarter circle forward and a punch Did he just... He used an armor on that fireball. But I could do... Now that I have a power charge, I can do a quarter circle forward and 2 punch buttons, and it does a super fireball at the cost of 1 power charge. She's also got an uppercut on the usual Street Fighter uppercut input, and she can EX that like that, which is a pretty good attack. She has some other super, and that's about all the type. There aren't really supers like you normally understand supers in other fighting games. Supers are all kind of like EX moves in this game. But she does have some moves that are sort of more distinctly super-ish. I'm just talking nonsense. But anyway, you have to hit a sequence of like 2 buttons and then a direction and then 2 buttons. And you have to do that on the fly pretty quickly, and that stuff is hard. So I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm just going to stick to her 2-button style one. Ow. There we go. That one's pretty good. Oh, he spun right into that. What a chump. Oh no, I'm off the screen. I mean, if I was a Darkstalkers pro, I would be doing these other cool button sequence type EX moves or supers, whatever you want to call them, but yeah, I'm not that good. Think eventually, but I probably won't get that good. I was thinking maybe afterwards I would go into training mode and just see what they look like. I actually used to try doing Lilith. I used to play Lilith a little more than most of the other characters, and I think this was in the PS3 Darkstalkers Collection, whatever it was called. And, oh, whoops. I don't know what I was doing there. And I could do some of Lilith's sort of, 5-sequence button direction moves sometimes, but not... It's kind of really distracting, and I'm not good at it. Oh yeah, bring that nunchuck over here. Oh no. Oh, that was bad. I should be using Dark Forces. I'm not doing very well. Arg! Oh wait. I think I remember what the Dark Forces difference is between the power levels when you activate like light, medium, heavy buttons. It changes how your mirror image works. I think I hit heavies, and that gave me a mirror image. But if I hit, say, mediums, she's trailing me. She's not mirroring me, and that didn't work for me at all. Now, if I hit lights, oh no, I'll just not even get that far because I stink. I wonder why that guy's just sitting at a table out there dressed in a tie and jacket. Alright, yeah, it was. Oh yeah, that's really handy. I love that feature. I could have switched colors, I suppose, but this crazy color is kind of crazy enough for me. It's my kind of crazy. So I want to see what the light-activated Dark Forces does, but... Jeez. I have trouble with Talbane because he's fast and he has that kind of chain movement. But mostly because he's fast, I think. Okay, so light Dark Forces. I think it might be a different... it's a different kind of trailing you. It's confusing, I don't know. And that did seem to go faster? Oh no, I couldn't... I'm doing even worse. Oh, that was... Yeah, the EX Fireball thing It's hard to hit with unless the opponent is definitely doing something where they're kind of stuck and can't block. Because it's kind of easy to see coming for the CPU anyway. Okay, let's do heavy Dark Forces. Well, I got a couple hits off it. Is it better than just going for the super uppercut? It's not really jumping in, though. Ah, jeez. Oh, he did an EX back at me, so that totally backfired. Oh, I love that kick. There we go. I comboed into that, I think. Gave me 9 hits. I think it does 8 by itself, so that would mean I comboed into it. Look at me. But I was kind of doing it automatically anyway, so if he had blocked my first attack, I would have just done a big whister. Whoa, is it white color Felicia versus white color Morrigan? It's gonna be blinding. It sure is. Well, we're about as white as can be, although I was gonna make a stupid joke. I won't. Oh! Oh! Wait, tech hit. Did I tech? No. Yeah, heavy fireball. Roll into that. Oh, shoot. Kitty. Oh, she's mad. What is she taunting me? Oh, that's her. That's one super she's got. I think that's probably a button sequence super from her. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Oh, that only got 7. Keep trying. Oh. I don't know how to go into Dark Forces without... Oh, shoot. There's an EX. Ah. I love how she chases that ball in one of her moves. Just kind of gunning at her. Oh! Ah! Oh, I forgot she has that. Air fireball. Oh wow, she just got hit by it. The skeletal conductor. Whoa. I haven't even been reading her quotes up to this point. Oh, well, here we are at the boss. So this has been going well. I only had to continue, what, once against Talbane, I think? But now we're getting real, maybe. I mean, it's funny, the default difficulty is only 2. I think, like, on the PS3 version, which of course was an emulation of the arcade version, so who knows exactly how the difficulty lines up. Oh no, I forgot about that junk. Yeah, great. Oh, good. Oh, I got him. I love this. This music is so great. Oh, I almost got him. Oh. Oh. Oh, I kicked him out of that. Oh, yeah. I think in the PS3 arcade emulation version, I would set it on, like, 4 out of 8 stars for difficulty usually, but I don't remember. I think I still have videos of that. Oh, he hit me out of my heavy fireball. Or my EX fireball. What a jerk. I should really save up for... I'm not very good at uppercuts lately. I'm getting to be an old man and I'm not flexible enough, I think. Actually, I was never good at uppercuts, so I don't know what I'm talking about. There we go. Yeah. So it said 7 hits and then 8 hit miracle. Is that because, well, it was 7 before it counted up as a combo? Well, so I did have to fight a boss. Oh, but here's the real boss. Aw, nuts. This is... Oh no, okay. Well, I'm confused. Okay, so does that... I wonder if that means that Jeddah is a little easier, because you fight... Do you fight him a fight earlier as Morrigan? I don't think I fought Jeddah as Lilith, though. I love this stage. This stage looks so good. The later... The later Vampire Savior versions changed the color palette of this stage around a little. And actually, you can... If you... What is it? I think if you grind enough of the custom character mode thing, you unlock a secret menu where you can switch to those modes so the game sort of plays like those later Japanese arcade tweaks to Vampire Savior. And and it adapts the UI colors and the stage color changes that are in that version. You know, so if you're real hardcore... Oh boy, you screwed up, Lilith. I love her prancing. She was taunting. Well, I'll take that. I think she just wanted to merge back with me. See? Oh, this is getting weird. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a cool drawing. So this is the made whole Morrigan with the part of her soul that was Lilith merged back into the rest of her soul or something. So it's a happy ending, I guess. I mean, it sort of makes out that Lilith was unhappy there. I don't know. You can't really think too hard about fighting game stories for the most part. Anarchy Takupan. There's two guys with Cypher, or was that the same? I don't know. Anyway, well, that went pretty well. I mean, I guess if I was gonna play Morrigan again, I would probably make myself notch the difficulty up a little bit. I hope that didn't make a huge grinding noise as I bashed my headphone and scraped it. Oh no, accusing this, and scraped it across the microphone. I was reaching for my phone because I wanted to see Morrigan. Oh heck, I should just go to back. Darkstalkers 3. I was looking at 4. This is nice music. I was looking at DJ Jellybean's new wisdom guide. It's hard to find. Not easy to search on the phone interface. This is a different back. Well, it's much easier to read. So, yeah, she's got... I'll try her. Well, basically the special moves of hers that I didn't do. I was only really doing her fireball, which is apparently called Soul Fist. That's quarter circle forward punch, and her uppercut, which is uppercut motion punch. That's, you know, from Street Fighter, you move forward, then down, forward. Sort of like a Z shape, and then hit punch. That's called Shadow Blade. But she's got this half circle back plus punch. Apparently it's a throw type of thing. It's called Vector Drain. She's got some kind of funky air dash where she can land anywhere. So I don't know. So I'm gonna try some of this stuff in training mode. Thank you, Capcom. You did a pretty cool job on this PS1 port. They farmed the port of Darkstalkers 1 on PS1 out to oh shoot, now I forgot their name. The British company Psygnosis, and it did not go well. There's a lot of slowdown in that one. It was like a year behind schedule, and Capcom was not really happy, so they decided to do the, and that's why you didn't get Darkstalkers 2 on PS1, because 2 came out on Saturn, but Psygnosis was still working on the Darkstalkers 1 port, so that's too bad. I mean, it's still reasonably playable, and it's got cool stages and stuff, but it does have slowdown, and I think longer load times. Okay, so let's do the 3 punches color, see what that looks like. I guess that might be it. Blue. Okay, so I'll stick with that. Oh, I can do another color, Morrigan. Let's do heavy kick. Okay. This is going to be a little more confusing than necessary. But, you know, more Morrigan, can't go wrong, right? Okay, so half circle back plus punch is her, I wonder if this will show, there we go. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so half circle back, oh, it shows the inputs there. Oh. Alright. So that is hers, and if you do that, yeah, if you're not next to her when you do that, it just comes out as her normal attack. Which to me would be super confusing. I would want to see a throw whiff, I guess, except of course, well, actually, since you're not, I was going to say, at least this way you get an attack, but since she's not close to them, it's not really a useful attack unless they sort of charged into it, I guess. Alright, so that's that. If you hit 2 punch buttons when you do that, you get the powered up EX version. So that's not actually, I mean, I'm terrible at command throws though, so I would usually just not, it'd be better for me not to try doing that generally. So she's got this weird air dash, apparently. You hit down, up, and then you're supposed to be able to, yeah, then you can move to the side, and, wait, okay. Okay, you can push forward to dash forward. That's actually cool, but you can't go back. No going back, so it's only a forward dash. It's so funky how Morrigan is this fantasy looking character, but she's basically got jets. Alright, so that's her dash move. I should be able to use that, right? Okay, so getting into the, oh, well, here's another motion move. It's a half circle back, except then you kick twice? Not 2 kicks, but kick and then kick? Well, let's try that. Oh, right. Oh, that's right. You have to hit kick. The other fact I was reading was saying you have to hit kick as you come on screen, but see, she went into a drill. Oh, and then the strength of the kick determines what level she comes in at. So I hit heavy kick and I came in pretty high. So if I do half circle back kick and then hit light kick, or if I just hit light kick both times, yeah, then she comes in low. Well, perhaps that would be, well, except unless she was near the edge of the screen. If there was a human opponent, I don't know, and they're near the edge of the screen, it would be tough for them to see that coming, and there's the whole side switch thing which could get them. I'm not sure how well this is supposed to work on the CPU, though. If I hit medium kick, she comes in higher, and if I hit heavy kick, she comes in really high, where you would have to be like, I don't know, I'm not sure how that would even work well. I think that's why I had trouble with this before, because I was always hitting heavy kick, and I'm like, I'm not hitting anything. I'm just flying over them. So light kick. And wait, is it? So if I don't hit a second kick, she comes in low. If I hit light kick and then heavy kick, she attacks. So it's the kick that you launch the move with that determines the height. So if I start it with heavy kick and then hit light kick, she still comes in high. Yeah, so it's the initiating kick that determines the height. That's the key one. And then you have to hit it a second time to actually... I just split an infinitive, I feel bad. To actually attack. Okay, well that's interesting. And there's one more motion move listed here in this pack, which is, well now this is saying, maybe I had the EX idea wrong, because this is saying 3 punches. So wait a second. So if like Fireball with 2 punches does that, this says Fireball with 3 punches. How much damage? Oh, okay. No punch. Just heavy punch, 17 damage. Light punch and medium punch, 26 damage. All 3 buttons. It just makes me... It's the same thing. I don't know why the fact says 3 punches. Sloppy. Yeah, okay. So I've done the... circle back kick. Okay, so then she's got 3 of these tricky button sequence moves. Darkness Illusion, which is... What is JP? Is that a jab punch? What does this guy's button notation mean? JP, JP, F, SK, FP. Aw, crumbs. I would think J is jab. What is F? Gosh dang it. Don't make up your own notation. JPFP. I have to use my place in this FAQ. Okay, tell me what JP and FP mean. It says a basic chain combo goes JP, SP, FP, SK, FK, RK. Where did we get these letters? So I guess it was... So for punches, the sequence JSF. For kicks, it's SFR? JSF, SF. Oh gosh. This is a bad fact to be in. Let me try it. it? How? It's not. Oh. Arr. He spaced out the letters and the names for their main entries. The search did not work. Light punch, forward, medium punch, heavy punch. It's astral vision. Darkness illusion. I think that was the first one I was reading on the other list. Wait a second, this guy lists 4 of them. Astral vision, light punch, forward, medium punch, heavy punch. But that says Dark Force Special. Does that mean you have to be in Dark Force mode to get it? Anyway, then Darkness Illusion, light punch, forward, light kick, heavy punch. Which is just like Astral Vision, except it's a light kick instead of medium punch as a force input. Finishing Shower is medium punch, back, light kick, medium kick. Cryptic Needle is forward, heavy punch, medium punch, light punch, forward. What? I'm going to try this Dark Force Special thing outside of Dark Force just because I'm curious. So that's light punch, forward, medium punch, heavy punch. Light punch, forward, medium punch, heavy punch. That's pretty easy to input, but it's not doing anything here, so... Well... I don't understand. Her Dark Force Special has the same effect as her DFC Dark Force. This guy's confused. I'm confused. Oh, come on, GameFAQs, you're blocking my screen. Alright, well, I'm not sure what the heck is up with Astral Vision. Let's try Darkness Illusion. Light punch, forward, light kick, heavy punch. Light punch, light kick, heavy punch. Light punch, forward, light kick, heavy punch. Okay. I mean, once you would memorize that sequence, it's pretty easy. Obviously. It's just you have to memorize stuff, and I hate memorizing stuff. Or I should say I'm bad at memorizing stuff. Probably because I hate it. It does a lot of damage. You have to be close to them. If you're back here, it's not going to do anything. So that is Darkness Illusion. Finishing Shower is medium punch, light punch, back, light kick, medium kick. So you kind of go in a square with a back in between. Let's see, let's do back in. Oops, I didn't go in my square. Oh. What is she doing? Her arms go weird, and her wings go weird. Wait. That is strange. That does a lot of damage. That's 56 damage from range. And it's pretty easy to do, because the buttons are next to each other, above and below, so you just kind of roll the first two punches off, and then hit back, and then roll the first two kicks. Okay, now I can't do it that way. No, I can't roll. Getting a little too frisky there. That's pretty ridiculous damage. So if I was only playing one character and I was specializing in Morrigan, that's not hard to get down by any means. And it's not hard to execute because you don't have to do it in there at short range. Whereas, like, what was this one? Light, forward, medium, heavy? Oh, see, I already forgot. The other one was... Oh, well, who cares? Oh, no. Oh, no, I lost my place when my phone went to sleep. I was almost there. Victor, again, what? Sasquatch. TV. Pyron. Dang it. What? Okay, so anyway, that is called Finish and Shower. And then the third one is Cryptic Needle. Forward, heavy punch. Heavy punch? No, punch. Heavy punch, medium punch, light punch. Oh. Forward, heavy punch, medium punch, light punch. Forward. Well, that doesn't seem to do much damage. I wonder if it's... Oh wait, that did more damage that time. So it's okay damage. I can't just... No. I get my timing all wrong if I do that forward. It seems awfully slow. I don't know why you would do that instead of, I guess that's kind of slow to start up too, because she's doing this whole pause and then float. Alright, I'm curious about that other thing though. Consult the third FAQ. Cookies. Okay, where's the characters? I had this problem when I was trying to figure out Lilith's moves. All three of these facts list things way differently, and in some cases they contradict each other. Needle Impaler was what that was called. He has different names for these. Missile Launcher is what he calls the long-range one. So how do you do these Dark Forces ones? punch, light punch, forward, medium punch, heavy punch. No, that's the one I could do. The one I couldn't do is light punch, forward, light kick, heavy punch. Light punch, forward, light kick, heavy punch. Oh no, that is that one. So the one I couldn't do is light punch, forward, medium punch, heavy punch. Certain moves are usually only in DF power. Okay, that's why I couldn't do it. Oop. Good. Let's do different color. Let's do heavy punch color. Did I already do that? Oh, I already did that with the CPU. Let's do medium kick color and turbo, and now we have to do DF power, and we'll do medium kick. These are pretty subtle changes in DF power, why not? Okay. I have to find my place. So, light punch, forward, medium punch, heavy punch. What the? Oh, it creates a Dark Forces style mirror. I wonder how many charges that takes. I mean, that's cool. Three Morrigans. Huh. Well, I think it only uses one charge. Does it show it on the counter? No. I wonder if, can you do a... It's funny, it doesn't show the timer. Oh wow. That didn't actually do more damage though. It does... Oh wait. It sure does. Wow. So you could do and then do oh, it didn't. Oh, what? I'm confused. Oh well. Anyway, that's those wacky moves. So some of those I ought to be able to learn. Like, light punch, light kick, meat, heavy punch. Jeez, that's a lot of damage. But see, that's hard. I would have a real hard time, because you have to stand there at short range or anticipate them somehow coming into short range while you do this 5-input thing. And you can do it fast, I guess. Once you get good at it, you can do it super fast. But in an actual fight, would I be able to do that? I kind of doubt it. And then I do like the missile launcher one because you don't have to be in their face. And it's kind of a different type of... Oh, I'm doing it wrong. There we go. There's a lot of startup time. Look at the damage, though. I mean, I could do that. Just sit back and gun at him. 62 that time. I mean, then again, you can just do that, but see how little damage that does by comparison. This covers a bigger screen area, too. I guess the actual spread of the bullets is randomized. That's why it's doing different amounts of damage. Of course, if you did it in their face, there's all the damage. Just about all the damage. Oh. The other one was forward, heavy punch, medium punch, light punch. Forward, that's right. Not really sure what the advantage of that one is. Wait, does it take some of their health, maybe? Dang it. Yeah. There we go. Yark. And there was... Oh yeah, that's that. Oh, but you have to do it with the light. I mean, that's pretty decent damage right there, and it's a lot simpler. Oh, I didn't get all... Why is it doing less damage now? Did I accidentally combo it with something the first time? Maybe I did. And then the DF power thing. Light punch forward, medium punch, heavy punch. I mean, that's pretty darn sweet. That's almost enough to make me want to play... Wait a second, what the heck did I just do? Oh, that was the, no, it wasn't. What was it? Arr. What did I just do? Hellride? No. Oh, wait. No, that's not it. I don't know what I just did. Great. Sure. Well, something to think about, I suppose, but I'm unlikely to get that sophisticated with any one character, because I don't spend enough time with the game as it is. So there you go. There was my little Morrigan self-tutorial. This game is rad, and of course there are various ports of Vampire Savior on other systems. I'm playing this one specifically because all the other ones I know about, including the arcade version, there's a red screen flash after you KO someone, after someone gets KO'd, and I've decided not to play games that have a red screen flashing effect like so many of the old 2D action games did, especially like Neo Geo games tended to have it a lot, because it's a easily executed effect, low CPU requirement probably, but not so great for eyeballs necessarily. So this version though takes that red screen flash out completely, so that's why I play this version. And it's just a sweet port. It doesn't have the blurry scaling issues that a lot of ports have, because of course the game was on the CPS2 arcade hardware, which had non-square actually even pixels. The pixels we think of normally. The pixels we think of on normal TVs, old TVs, were not square either. They were like 4:5 ratio, so slightly rectangular. But the pixels on the CPS2 were very tall, basically tall rectangular shapes, not squares at all. So ports of cheap emulated versions that don't redraw the sprites pixel for pixel to fit an old television, 4:5 or whatever ratio pixels like this is. Those come out blurry because anyway. So then there's issues if you really want to convert this type of game to a modern monitor with perfectly square pixels. You would technically want to scale since this was made for the regular projection TV tube, whatever, cathode ray tube TVs, then you would want to rescale the pixels to account for the old style cathode ray aspect ratio pixels, and it gets all crazy. All I was trying to say is that Capcom actually bothered to redraw this sprites pixel for pixel so that they would fit the aspect ratio of people's TVs. They had to convert them from the wacky old extra tall CPS2 style pixels. So they really put a lot of work into these ports, these PS1 port. Well, this PS1 port, they didn't do the earlier one. I wonder if they just took the sprite repixelizing work that Psygnosis had done, or if they, I think it was Psygnosis, if they redid it themselves. But whatever it is, it looks good, nice and sharp, nice and fast. And this is only the Turbo 2 setting. I mean, they almost certainly had to cut some animation frames somewhere, but you can't, it's not easy to see. It looks pretty good in motion. So anyway, that's it. I gotta get going. Thanks for watching my little Morrigan playthrough here. She does fight the boss, but then she also fights Lilith. So there's I did not expect that to happen that way. I thought she would just fight the boss and that would be it. So that was interesting to see. I guess I already knew that they would merge together because that's what happens in Lilith's ending. So anyway, there we go. Alright, well, thanks for watching this and watching me fumble through the more complicated moves afterwards in training mode. I mean, if you were able to memorize moves and you weren't trying to play like 30 fighting games and all the characters just about in all the fighting games, that would really not be tough to learn those moves if you just wanted to specialize in Morrigan or something. But it's more the executing the 5 input sequence for a short range move, like right in somebody's face during a fight. That's the kind of thing where in actual practice, it's just too much. I just tend to flail. But the long range one, I could definitely see myself doing. What is that one? It's yeah. Anyhow, Morrigan's fun. Give her a shot. Try the different colors with the different attack buttons and the 3 punches and the 3 kicks as well. And that's all I'm doing for tonight. So thanks again for watching and good night.